Okay, so in this tutorial, we're going to freeze transformations. I'm going to try to explain what freeze transformations are. Um, but you can only understand it when it's used in application. But later on, when we animate things, I'll come back to it again and show about how if you do not freeze transformations, it creates a whole lot of problems. So we're gonna do that. We're also gonna change the pivot of our 3D models, because right now it's pivoting like that. Okay. Alright, so I grabbed the first one, and to change the to freeze transformations meaning we're gonna zero out everything over here, meaning it's gonna be cleaned out and just set to default, but at the same time it's gonna still stay there, because right now if I were to try to set everything to 0 for the translate and rotate, watch what happens. Highlight it, type in 0, and it goes back to over here. This is where it this is the center of the 3D world, and if I go over here to show grid, again that's show grid, here's our 3D world grid, and if I hit 4, you could see you could see that right here, and here's the center. I'm gonna hide some things. So here's our 3D world right there. Or you know what, let me grab all of this. I'm going to dump it in here. That makes a new layer and dumps everything in there. So there's our 3D world, and that this A got placed right at the center, which is not what we want. So I'm gonna hit Control Z, undo everything. So we're gonna freeze, we're gonna reset everything, including the scale, but still have it over here. The way we're gonna do that is, right now I'm in the animation menu, but we could just leave it there for now. We're gonna go to modify, and where is it? Freeze transformations. Modify, freeze transformations. I'm gonna click on the option box, freeze transformations, reset settings, back to default, hit apply. If you look over here, everything's set to 0, including the scale. So it's almost like setting a factory default to your model, but with the fact that it's somewhere else now. So when this is animated, it won't make problems, what we call double transformations. You'll learn about that later, but for now, always freeze transformations most of the time. Alright, so I'm going to leave this open here, or you know what, let me close that out. Let me grab the next one. Again, there's a lot of data information there. We're going to go to modify. Where is it? Freeze transformations, right there, and zeroed it out. Next one, I'm gonna grab it, and if I hit G, which means to repeat last major command, it just froze my transformation. I grab the next one, hit G, just G, it froze my transformations. Grab this one, hit G, freezes transformations, and grab this one, hit G, it freezes our transformation. Alright, so we did all of that. Let me check this one. This one too also has a lot of information that we don't need. Hit G, grab this one, hit G, grab this one, hit G, it zeroes everything out, or cleans everything out. So we just froze transformations, okay? And now I'm going to change my pivot. Okay, so right now it's back here. I don't want it back there. I want to move it forward. in the middle. So the way I do that is have it selected in object mode. You're gonna hit D as in David, and it's gonna change into this. See? Now the Z-axis arrow, I'm gonna click there, hold, and I'm gonna move it, and I'm gonna eyeball it like that, and I'm gonna let go. Now if I hit E for rotate, it's gonna rotate like that. Okay, I want it to animate like that. I also wanted to scoot over here a little bit more, so I'm gonna hit D as in David again with the red arrow or the X axis. I'm gonna scoot it over, so it's more in the middle. I'll hit spacebar to go in here, and I want to move a little bit more. Hit D as in David, grab the arrow, and just kind of eyeball it like that. Next one, I grab the next one. I don't want it there. I'm gonna hit D as in David, hold it down, grab it with the arrow, and just eyeball it and move it over. Let go, hit spacebar, and I'm going to hit spacebar in my 3D world. I want to kind of put in the middle, hit D. I'm going to grab my arrow and I'm going to scoot it over and just eyeball it and let go. So now, when I rotate it, it's going to be from the bottom in the middle. Whereas like this one is in the back. See? Kind of don't like that, and it's kind of like, you know, pivoting off of a empty space area. See? So I'm gonna change the other ones in the next tutorial. This tutorial is done.